All right, we'll go ahead and get started. When we start kneeling on a block, so you can take one or two blocks between your ankles, sitting it on the floor, then sit back on the edge of the block. We'll be here for a couple minutes, so if you need to raise the block so it's more comfortable on the knees and ankles, do that. Rest your hands in your lap and gently close your eyes. Let's take a few minutes here and spend some time with our breath. Relaxing your tongue down and away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat, your soft palate. Now on your next inhale, you're going to slowly start to lengthen your breath to a slow 4 or 5 count in your head. Just nice, long, steady inhale. As you inhale, I want you to see if you can bring the breath down into your belly. So imagine your belly coming out and down, expanding like a balloon as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently pulling the belly in to help empty the lungs. Breathing like this helps use your diaphragm to breathe, using your diaphragm to fill the lungs fully. And taking your time, you're going to slowly start to lengthen your exhale so that the inhale and exhale are the same length. Just be mindful we're not causing any anxiety or stress. So if you need to, you can shorten both of the breaths as long as they're even and calming. Trying not to be too forceful. And as your tongue, your throat, and your soft palate relaxes, this creates a void or hollowness in the back of your throat. As you breathe, the breath will begin to churn in this hollowness. As it does so, you may begin to hear your breath. The sound of the ocean, of waves crashing upon the shore. Ujjayi breath. Victorious breath. Victory over the pose, over the breath, and over the mind. We search for this breath as we settle into each pose. As your mind wanders, as the mind will do, bring our awareness back to this breath. Let's take this next moment and just check in with the body. Without judgment or criticism, just observing how the body feels. Observe your breath. Paying attention to the effort it takes you to fill the lungs. And lastly, we check in with the mind. Are you present on your mat in your practice? If you choose to do so, you can set an intention for your practice. You can slowly open the eyes. We'll stay here. You're going to extend your arms out to your sides, palms up to the ceiling. Cross right over left. And then you're going to bend at the elbows. Left hand comes around, maybe just grabs that thumb. Once you're here, see if you can lift the elbows the same height as the shoulders. And breathe into your upper back. Really feel that upper back expand with the inhale. Just like when you see a cobra and it puts out its wings, can you feel your back open as you inhale? Release, hands back out to your sides, palms up. And left over right. Bend at the elbows, right hand comes around. And then we lift the elbows, same height as the shoulders. And breathe. And release, arms back out to your sides, palms up. You can release your hands down. And then go ahead and grab your strap. And then we can stay here. You can come up off the knees if you need a break. Or you can sit cross-legged if that's more comfortable for you. You're going to take your end of the strap. I usually hold on to the buckle. That way it doesn't whack me in the face or anything. Hold it in your right hand. Right hand goes behind your back. Left hand palm to the floor, to the wall behind you. Reach behind, grab the other end of the tail of the strap. Now you may be able to touch your hands together, and if so, then you can let go of the strap. But you can pull down with the left hand, help open up that right shoulder. And breathe. Another breath. Release the left hand, bring your right hand back forward. I switch, so the buckle is now my left hand. Left hand behind your head, right hand palm to the wall behind you as bring your arm up. Grabbing hold of that strap. And breathe. And slowly release. Then we're just going to take the strap in both hands. I usually just grab the other end of the tail, so it's going to hold it out in front of you. And we're going to lift it up overhead, and I want you to imagine if you could rip the strap in half. So I'm pulling my hands apart. Breathe. You can release a little tension, and we're going to lean to the left. Back to center. Lean to the right. And we come back to center. You can release your strap. We're going to come to all fours and set your blocks to the side. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, drop the belly, arch and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lifting your back, and the head hangs. Inhale, untuck the tailbone, belly drops, arch and look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lifting the back, and the head hangs last. Do one more, untucking, belly drops. Looking up. Exhale, lifting that center of your back up toward the ceiling, head hangs. You maybe just come back to neutral spine, maybe wiggle the hips a little, move around, get everything kind of warming up, moving, get some blood flow going. And come back to all fours, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Don't worry about straightening the legs yet. Press your hands as if you're going to slide away from you. Gaze is toward your knees. You're going to slowly straighten one leg, leave the other bent. And go on the other way. Straightening one leg at a time. And just go back and forth. Where do you feel tightness as you take one leg down toward the floor? Is it your calf? Is it behind the knee? Is it up in the back of your leg? You come to both knees bent. I'm going to attempt to straighten both of the legs. It's okay if they do not straighten. It's okay if the heels do not find the floor. We're just seeing how the legs feel tonight. And next inhale, just walk the feet forward between the hands, and we're just going to come to standing. Go ahead and grab a block and find a spot on the wall. So we're going to take the block about a foot away from the wall, and if I had a wall behind me, you're going to take your toes on the edge of the block. So your back will be against the wall, toes on the edge of the block, heels are on your floor. Perfect, there you go. And you can control how intense this is as the block gets closer to the wall. It'll become more intense in the calf, maybe even the bottom of the feet. Rest your arms to your sides, gently close the eyes. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Another breath. You can slowly come up off your block. We'll come back to the front of our mat. Bring the feet and knees together. Creases of the elbows face forward. Gently lift your toes so your weight is heavier in the heels. And the toes relax back down. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, extending out the fingertips, reaching up to the ceiling. Left hand grabs your right wrist. As you exhale, lean to the left, gently pulling on your right wrist to help lengthen through those ribs. Inhale back to center, reverse your grip. And as you exhale, lean to the right. When your mind's on the loose, slow wearing out like we needed no time to. Back to center, release your grip, a gentle back bend as you look up to the ceiling. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Just hang like a rag doll. Hands can grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let's work to keep those legs straight and breathe. Inhale, come to a flat back. Hands can rest on the shin. Exhale, legs soften, hands to your mat. Step back to a plank, Alakasana. You're going to slowly lower with control. Keep your elbows next to your sides as you go all the way down to your mat. Point the toes. As you inhale, pressing into the mat, lifting your chest. Shoulders down and away from your ears, and breathe. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back to downward dog, and breathe. Inhale, walk the feet forward. And we'll come to standing. I'm going to have you grab both of your blocks. We're going to go sideways on your mat. And the blocks are going to be kind of near the corners of our mat. We're going to go into a wide stance. So my ankles are about underneath my wrists. Lift the toes on the right foot, point them to the side. Inhale, lift the arms and bend the right leg. Palms to the ceiling so your chest opens, and it'll take the shoulders down the back. And then turn onto your hands, palms to the floor as you gaze over the middle finger of the right hand. If you peek down at your right knee, you should be able to see your toes. If you cannot, then slide that right foot a little further forward. And then imagine your back leg is pressing up against the wall. So you're really pressing on the outside edge of your foot. Not flat-footed, your arch isn't collapsed. You really want to kind of be able to see it arch. So that blade, outside blade edge of your foot, really pressing into that on the left foot. We're going to fold forward, right arm rests on the right leg. Swinging that left arm overhead, extending out the left fingertips. Your gaze kind of goes your nose into your armpit as we're looking at the opposite corner of the room. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Next inhale, windmill the left arm behind your back, lifting your right up to the ceiling. Make sure that right leg doesn't straighten on you. Keep it bent. Gaze up to the palm on your right hand. Reverse warrior. Release the right hand down. We're going to straighten your right leg. And you may need to bend it a little bit. I'm going to have you grab one block as tall as it will stand, but it's just behind. It's on the inside of my right foot, but kind of in line with my heel. Okay. Legs are straight. Inhale at the arms. Reach as far forward as you can with your right hand. When you can go no further, right hand comes to your block. And once you're stable here, you're going to twist to the left, lifting your left arm up toward the ceiling. If there's no tension in your neck, your gaze can follow the left hand, but you really want to be cautious. There's no pinch or tension in your neck in any way. Trikonasana, triangle pose. And breathe. And inhale, we lift the chest, relax the arms, lift the toes on your right foot, point them forward. You can move your block out of the way. We'll give the legs a break, bring your legs together. You're going to ground your right foot, pick a spot to focus on the wall or the floor in front of you. As you are ready, slowly begin to lift the left leg. Doesn't matter how high the leg lifts, it can rest on the calf. Just mindful we're not pressing on the side of the knee. Arms wherever they're comfortable for you. And breathe. We tend to hold our breath when we're balancing, so really give caution, bring awareness to your breath. Another breath. And release the left leg. Shake out the right. And we'll go to the other side, grounding your left foot. Picking a spot to focus on. Right heel to the left ankle. As you are ready, we lift the right leg. And breathe. Be aware of how much your breath changes. I can't even balance today. Be aware of how much your breath changes as you're trying to balance. There we go. Maybe. Another breath. And we land the right leg with control. Shake out the legs. And we'll go back to our wide-legged pose. We're here, we lift the toes on the left foot, point them to the side. Inhale, lift the arms and bend the left leg. Palms to the ceiling, the chest opens. Turning only our hands, palms back down to the floor as you gaze over the middle finger of the left hand. We peek down at the left knee, make sure we can see our left toes. And then we're pressing that right foot into that outside blade edge of the foot, as if we're pressing it up against the wall behind you. Warrior two. And breathe. You're gonna fold forward, rest the left forearm on the left leg. You swing that right arm overhead, extending out those right fingertips. Observing your breath. Another breath. Windmill the right arm behind your back as you lift your left up to the ceiling, gazing up to the palm on your left hand. And you can release the left hand down. You're going to straighten your left leg. So then grab your other block to the side of the left foot, right behind the heel. Legs are straight. Inhale, lift the arms. Reach as far forward as you can with the left hand. Left hand finds your block. And then a gentle twist to the right. Right arm up toward the ceiling. You can be mindful of the neck. Maybe the neck follows the hand if there's no tension in the neck. Another breath. And inhale, lift the chest. Relax the arms, lift the toes on the left foot, point them forward. And bend down, grab one block and place it between your legs. And then make sure your feet are at least pointed straight forward or even somewhat pigeon-toed in. Okay? Hands come to the hips. On our next exhale, we're going to fold forward, but I also want you to press back on your hips as if you're sticking your butt out. That'll help keep the back in the straight. The chest lifted and the back straight. So hands come to the hips. Exhale, pushing back, folding forward. Hands come to our block. Now being aware of your body. If your legs and back are straight, you can lower the block. Or maybe even come to the floor. It's being aware that that back stays neutral and the legs stay straight. And breathe. To check in with your feet and observe, where is your weight heavy in your feet? Is the weight more on the toes? Is it toward the heels? Not making any change, just an observation. And being aware of how the legs feel in this, wherever your weight is. I want you to shift your weight so it's heavier in the heels and see how the pose changes as the weight shifts. Another breath or two. Hands come back up to the hips. Inhale, lifting the chest. Slowly walk the legs together and we'll come to the front of our mat. Feet and knees together, creases the elbows forward. Inhale, lift the arms. Gentle back bend as you look up to the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. And bring your knees down to the outside edge of your mat. Big toes come together and touch. As you exhale, drop the hips toward the heels. Rest your forehead on your mat. Maybe see if you can walk the fingers just a little further away. And breathe. Relax your tongue, your throat, your soft pelvis. You're going to walk your hands off the left side of your mat, resting your right hand on top of your left. Walk the hands off the right side of your mat, left hand on top of right. And we'll come back to center. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. And then use your arms to slowly push yourself up. We'll come over to a seated position and grab your strap. And we're going to take your strap and wrap it around the arch of your right foot. And then holding on to the tails of your strap, I'm going to have you lay down onto your back. And with both of your legs straight, you're going to inhale, lifting your right leg up toward the ceiling. Does not matter how high the leg lifts. Keep both of the legs straight. Maybe gently close your eyes and breathe. Long, steady breath. You can take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Extend your left arm out to the side like a T. As you exhale, you're going to take your leg out to the right toward the floor. As you do so, your left hip is going to want to come up off the floor. See if you can keep your left hip on the floor. You got a lot going on here. Both the legs straight. Left hip on the floor. Allow your gaze to fall where your neck is comfortable. Inhale, we come back up to center. Reverse your grip, straps in your left hand. Right arm out to your side like a T. As you exhale, take the leg across your body to the left. Be mindful to keep your right shoulder blade on your mat. And allowing the gaze to fall where the neck is comfortable. And breathe. Inhale back to center. I'd like you to hold on to the strap very loosely and allow the leg to slowly lower to the floor like the second hand on the clock. Slide the left foot into your strap as you slide it off the right. Next inhale, we lift the left leg up toward the ceiling. Both the legs straight. Breathe. Long, steady breath. Take both ends of the strap into your left hand. Extend your right arm out to your side like a T. As you exhale, take the leg out to the left toward the floor. Being mindful to keep your right hip on your mat. And breathe. Inhale back to center. Reverse your grip, so straps in the right hand, left arm out to the side. As you exhale, take the leg across your body to the right. Keeping your left shoulder on your mat. And breathe. And inhale, we come back to center. Slowly allow your left leg to drift back down your mat. You can slide your strap off and set it to the side. We'll stay lying on our back. You're going to bend your right knee. Bring your right knee to the chest. Hands interlock either above or behind the knee. As you pull that knee into the chest. Long, steady breath. You're going to grab the outside of the knee with your left hand, extend your right arm out to the side like a T. As you exhale, take the knee across your body to the left. Right shoulder stays on your mat. And the gaze where the neck is comfortable. And breathe. And inhale, bring your knee back to center. Give it a nice, another little hug. And then straighten it back down to your mat. As we bend the left leg, interlocking the fingers above or behind the knee, as we pull that knee into the chest. Long, steady breath. So you grab the outside of the knee with your right hand, left arm out to the side. As you exhale, take the knee across your body to the right. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, and your soft palate. Another breath. You come back to center. Give the knee another hug. And let the legs straighten back down. We'll roll to either side and we'll slowly push up to a seated position. We're going to use one block for this next pose. So we're going to do a supported bridge, and when we're in the pose, it's going to be right underneath your tailbone, so about the top edge of your pants or shorts. You don't want it too high near the shoulders. And you've got 3 options on height. So I'm going to demonstrate it first. What we'll do is we'll start lying on our back, have a block in your hand. Just like you do a normal bridge, on an inhale, you're going to press your heels into the floor, and then you're going to slide the block underneath. So it's right near the top of my shorts. And I'm just going to rest into the block. And then again, there's 3 options on height. So it's whatever's comfortable for you. Okay. So lie on your back, have a block in your hand on the side. Inhale, press your feet heavy into the floor, lifting the pelvis. Slide the block underneath. This should be very comfortable, and if it's not, please let me know and I can give further instructions. And breathe. Long breath. Another breath or 2. On an inhale, you're going to press your feet heavy into the floor, lifting up off the block. Slide the block out to one side. Slowly lower with control all the way back down. Then we're just going to bring both of the knees into the chest, give them a little hug, maybe a rock side to side or front to back. Roll to one side, push up to sitting. And we'll use both blocks for this next pose. So I'm going to set up sideways. So you're going to have one block where your head rests on the mat as tall as it will stand. Second block's in the middle height. There's about a foot or so in between. You're going to lay down onto the block. Shoulder blades rest here, head rests here. So it's going to look like this. So you can reach up. You can move this once you're on the first block. Arms to your sides, legs, however they're comfortable for you. And when we come out of the pose, you're just going to roll off to one side. Okay? So it should be very comfortable. If it's not, sometimes don't have that first block underneath the shoulder blades. Arms to your sides, and really allow your chest to open. The chest is open to the ceiling, open to receive. Maybe gently close the eyes and breathe. New England as the leaves change. The last excuse that I'll claim. I was a boy who loved a woman like a little girl. Still I can't let you be. Most nights I hardly sleep. Don't see what you don't need. It's just a drop in the ocean. A change in the weather. I was praying that you and me might end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert. But I'm holding you closer than most. You are my heaven doesn't seem far away anymore. Another breath or two. You're going to slowly roll off your blocks to one side. You move your blocks out of the way and then just rest on your back. Just go and lay all the way down. Arms up to your sides, palms facing up. With each exhale, release and relax, allowing the body to become heavy and to sink into your mat. You may even begin to have the sense as if you're floating in water with just the chest and the face floating above. Nothing to achieve, nothing to accomplish. Simply breathe and allow the passive breath to breathe you. Tell my brother, please, not to look for me. I ain't the man that I used to be. If my savior comes to let him know, gone away for the sake of us. If I run back, I'm back. Slowly start to lengthen your breath. As your breath lengthens, slowly start to bring awareness into your hands and your feet, gently moving your fingers and toes. With each inhale, allowing this awareness to move up your arms and up your legs, back into the body as we begin to reawaken. And slowly bend both of your legs so the bottoms of your feet are resting on the mat. Slowly lifting your right arm, resting on the mat above your head. As your breath moves you, roll onto your right side. With each exhale, release and relax. As your breath moves you, keeping the head heavy, slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Rest your hands in your lap. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Take this moment without judgment or criticism and observe how the body feels, reflecting upon your practice. As you observe your breath, how is the effort in your breath? How much effort does it take for you to fill the lungs? Take a moment to give yourself thanks and gratitude for taking time out of your day for you and for this practice. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing your practice for the day. Be gentle, be kind, be humble, be wise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great
Thank
evening.
you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.